to London to give them some lessons in design as well as to try to understand why their stylistic skills are so, well, shoddy. But first,
we're trying to find out exactly how bad our stylistically challenged quartet really are. We're going to put them through a taste test.
This design boutique is stuffed with kitsch, knick-knackery and style icons. Our protagonists must choose the 3 items they like the most. Experts Justin and Colin will try and analyse what their taste says about them. Will they go for pieces like this George Nelson atom clock, Philip Stark juicer, or these baleful booby traps we've mischievously included? Margaret hoovers up so much royal tat there's not even room for one family photo back home. Can she break free of her obsession and choose something normal?
What are these? Can you put your own photos in? That's a nice idea, isn't it?
Now look, that is something really, really out there, really funky and modern, isn't it?
I've got some slides from the Charles and Diana's wedding and Fergie and Andrew's wedding. I could make a nice display without...
Royal slides.
And this as well.
Oh no, she's going for it.
This is from, these 2 are from the Queen's Golden Jubilee.
Why? Why them? In that whole shop, would you go for them?
I haven't got either of those 2 actually, so yes, I would like to add those to my collection.
I mean, there's a wisdom in it. There's a really kind of perverse wisdom in the fact that she has a focus.
Candles I like very much. They're very popular at the moment, and this is a very nice royal colour.
Anything that looks like it's remotely regal, that is what she's going to stick out, which is a shame because there's so many great things. You know, what's wrong with her own individuality? Be yourself, Margaret.
Do you know, I think initially you might think Margaret's a lost cause, but I think there's always got to be room for improvement. We just need to show her how to stop theming and having every single aspect of royal memorabilia, and we need to show her how to tailor in design terms. She'll be difficult, but I think we can do it.
Julia's not short of ideas. Trouble is, they're always awful and she never sees them through. What will Justin and Colin make of her taste?
It's all a bit gimmicky.
Come on, girl, let's find out what you like. She's going to go for the really brightly coloured stuff, isn't she?
You don't know, it's a unique opportunity. Maybe she'll go against everything.
But I do like that bubble with the lights.
Bottle, liking that, liking the bubble. Yep, touching it, stickered it.
You don't like that? That's horrendous.
I do like that. I think it's really interesting.
It's like a huge sample sitting there,
it's a design
bubbling
classic.
away. It's
a
vile.
design classic.
That table. Again, it's just the reflections of the light.
Sticker, yes. Come on.
And it's different.
We had the best
Stick
choice.
it onto the table.
And it's practical. I could actually use that.
Yay! Thank goodness for that.
The roses, I like the roses down there. Oh, it's lights as well. Lovely. I like lights.
Plug-in roses. Yellow stickers.
I mean, that's the changing rooms thing, isn't it? Let's put some fairy lights up and suddenly it's romantic. She's like a magpie. There's no cohesion there. There wasn't a link between any of the pieces.
She just needs to learn to tailor her ideas, and rather than having everything, have a little less. Cue our mistress of doom, the bride of Frankenstein. Come on in.
Nicola's house is so like a mortuary it scares small children. Could this be the moment when her mask of horror slips?
What are you going to choose, Mrs.?
Now, you see, that I wouldn't have. I don't like these designer touches. Not for me. Now, that I would have. That is more my style.
It's quite an unusual choice, isn't it?
It's quite kind of decorated and it's not her colour scheme.
I love these books. These are lovely.
That feels like a nice quality bit. Yeah, that is something you would want in your house. Yeah, it's very good. It's good in the finger. It's very tactile. It looks great, and the lacquer is just incredible.
You can see a Victorian hand running across the top.
Stick of that, baby.
Go on.
Yeah. That have to be another one.
She's doing all right, actually.
Now, I suppose if we are having a rug in the house, that is lovely. I think this will have to be my last choice. The big black furry rug.
I think what we've got here is somebody who has got potential. She's got a very strong idea of what she likes and what she doesn't like, and that's really good for us, but we're going to try and educate her. She's not quite halfway to good taste, but we'll tip her into the right edge of that. Does the eyebrows. Go on, baby.
And finally, Julian, who lives in a sty.
That's a nice bowl.
Oh.
No.
The glassware, mirrors. Yep, I like that one.
Look, the vainest man in the world.
Is.
He's
Mirror,
going to buy a
mirror
mirror.
on the wall.
Of course he's going to buy a mirror. Go and stick at it. Do you know why he bought that? Because he likes his reflection.
Oh yes, one of these. That one, I like that one.
What is that?
It's a book, a notebook. What's he buying a notebook for?
I could keep plenty of girls' phone numbers in there.
Oh, do you know...
Handy size. It's a nice colour. It's got a nice texture to it. I like that one. Yay! I like that.
It's just exasperating, isn't it?
It's so stylish. It's just me. Very nice.
I mean, he's just so complex.
Very odd.
You know, I mean, this is a man who lives with cardboard boxes and computers, and yet he comes into a store like this and he picks a little notebook. I mean, a little kind of little girly kind of notebook. He is unfathomable. I have not got a clue. I don't know anything about his taste. I actually know less now than I did 10 minutes ago.
I feel very, very confused. I can't imagine that it's going to be easy to change Julian, but I'll tell you what, I'm excited by the challenge.
So now they know what they're up against, it's time for Justin and Colin to get stuck in.
Now, at home, you're a real collector. I'm saying collector as a euphemism. I think actually, sir, you're a hoarder.
Why do you need all these cardboard boxes?
Because they're good boxes.
So what do you use all these boxes for?
You've got me on that one.
Exactly.
But the thing is, well, if they're not useful, then what you have to do, if you like you love these boxes because of their use, don't you? Because they're perfectly designed to facilitate something. So you have to give them to someone who will use them.
Margaret, what do you think of the fact that he hoards everything? You won't even throw away an envelope or a cardboard box. What do you think of that?
I know, it's bad, but I do it as well. I've got about 20,000 cuttings on the royal family. I've got 4 rooms of memorabilia, and I've got 1 chair that I sit on. That's all I've got left now.
Surely it'd been better for you to take it a step further and to create something that was of the same mood as the palace, rather than try and do something that's like a palatial theme park. I mean, imagine you had to live there. Imagine you had to live in this royal museum, sir.
No, too much cleaning, too much clutter, everything around, piled up.
Too much clutter. You are saying someone else is too much clutter. But you, I think, take the biscuit. You have this morbid fascination with death.
What is your reasoning behind wanting to have all that around about you? Because I like beautiful things.
I don't think I've ever sat down and thought, why? It's just something that I like.
See, I think the thing that lets you down is you're too literal. It's like the changing rooms generation, where we think about themes, and themes are not design. You don't have to put in little comedy coffins and things to illustrate that. You can be more intelligent, because you do have a really strong idea about what you like.
I think everybody, to a certain extent, has got a passion about something, but I think the difference with us is we like to show it in everything we do.
We're actually proud of what we've got, so whoever nominated us for bad taste is tough, isn't it? We're quite proud of it.
Oh dear. With comments like that, it might seem rash to give our homeowners these. Never mind, allow them near someone else's wall. But that's exactly what we're going to do. We want them to break out of their bad habits by designing a room for someone else. Unsurprisingly, we've had a shortage of volunteers. So we've strong-armed this sweet old lady. And before you ring in, it won't be her house. That really would be cruel. Vivian will merely supply a brief for our homeowners to interpret here. Their nominators can help, and they can choose from a selection of paint and furnishings. Vivian wants a cosy oasis that's elegant and comfortable with an emphasis on space and light.
And we've got to do that.
Yes. Oh dear. Right. Okay, let's go. So, to begin, what do our dodgy decorators consider cosy colours?
Dark green, then a lighter green, then even a lighter one, so it's got different shades, different depth. Come on, watch this. I know what I'm doing to this, watch this.
Scary stuff, but it's all under the beady gaze of our design experts.
It's not rocket science, it's simply about satisfying the client brief and making it a room that can be lived in. I mean, these, after all, are living rooms. You can't go wrong.
Would you, for instance, paint murals on the walls? Would you use bright colours? Would you use bright rugs?
I think because of the brief, it has to be quite, quite neutral. But then you can actually add colour through your choice of accessories. And I think it's going to be quite nice if you get into kind of soft yellows, maybe even kind of like a few reds in there or some jewel colours that actually do add a bit of sparkle. Jewel colours. I like a bit of sparkle.
A bit of glamour does you no harm, Quentin. What would you know, meanwhile, in your lovely flowers?
But we just stick to cars, okay?
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Fabulous.
Not everyone's getting it.
Why are we painting it armoured car green?
No, that's not right. No, we're not.
It is. I mean, if you were painting a tank, Margaret, you would paint it that colour, not a wall.
Brownie.
Yes. Okay, are you colourblind?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
no.
fine.
The exercise of empathising with someone else's design needs seems to be having the desired effect on some of our patients.
It's instantly warm. As soon as I look at that wall, it's like instantly warm. It's cosy, it's nice. I love it.
It's a lot better than what I've ever seen at a house before. I mean, to me, it's a warm, welcoming, fresh colour.
And miraculously, Paint Everything Black Nicola seems to be changing the habit of a lifetime and creating that oasis of calm.
It's not your taste that you're doing here. This is somebody else's taste that you're decorating for them.
It's not red and it's not black and there's no bats to be seen, so I think we're just in progress.
But not next door. Julian's never painted a wall in his life, and 40 minutes later he hasn't started here either. Sister Laura's getting emotional.
Sis, right, you get a darker colour, get a darker one.
Julian, you're going to end up concentrating on that one wall. What about them two?
Laura, trust me. We'll do a lighter one down here, then you do the darker one there, and I'll meet you in the middle.
Hello. Paint, don't fight.
Yes, get painting.
Well, he's concentrating on one wall.
We have to do one wall at a time. I do the lighter colour, you do the darker colour.
You've got 20 minutes.
Get that lid and stop talking then. Get doing it, sister. Women.
Now. You're supposed to be having fun, design, creativity.
I'm not. Come on, sis. You love me. I love you.
Well, stop shouting at me.
I'm sorry.
I've had more decorating experience than what you have. And you're concentrating on one bloody wall. You've got 3 walls to do.
Yeah, you've wasted 5 minutes. You get a darker colour and I'll meet you in the middle.
With work in all 4 rooms finally underway, it's only a matter of time before our tasteless team get arty. After the break, those little touches that mean so much.
It's a Greek god.
And the verdict from Vivian.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
These 4 homes have been nominated as the worst in Britain. We're giving their owners a crash course in good taste, but by the end of the show, one of them will go back to a home that's officially the worst of the worst. Yesterday, we put them through a taste test, and Justin and Colin found them wanting.
Oh, it's lights as well. Lovely. I like lights.
I mean, that's the changing rooms thing, isn't it? Let's put some fairy lights up and suddenly it's romantic.
After some strong advice on their failings, today we've challenged our quartet to design a living room for this old dear. Vivian wants a cosy oasis that's elegant and comfortable with lots of space and light. Work is well underway. Our titans of taste are in charge of design while their nominators provide the muscle. We're lucky to have anything at all from Julian. It took him 40 minutes to put paint to wall. His sister Laura is close to despair.
Paint, don't fight.
Yes, get painting.
Well, he's concentrating on one wall.
We have to do one wall at a time. I do the lighter colour, you do the darker colour.
Now it's time for those all-important details that could transform Vivian's room. What do our experts suggest?
Well, our